the Bambushi Happy Hour. Let's talk Big Brother, season 27. This is the first eviction of the season. I am Peju Bambushi Roethlisberger.
Hi, everyone, and I'm Naomi Bambushi.
And thank you so much for joining us tonight. How are you, Ma? How you feeling?
Fine, sweetie. Just excited about the next upcoming episodes and the next eviction.
All right. So as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe to All Things Peju, home of the Bambushi Happy Hour. Don't forget to hit that like button, and also we love to see comments coming in, guys. We really appreciate it. Ma, we always like to start everything off with a little toast, especially on eviction night, and we want to toast to the fallen house guests, Ma.
That's exactly right. Good luck, Zay. You kept a positive attitude. You did a wonderful exit interview, and looking forward to seeing you in the future. And much success to you, Zay. Salud.
Salud. Okay, so as we mentioned, this is the first eviction, day 10, technically week one and a half. And the vote was 9-5 to evict Zay. Now, I knew that Zay was going to go if Zay didn't win this blockbuster, aka old BBAI arena. What did you think of the competition, Mom? Because first of all, I had no idea. It took me a while to even scramble the words. What the hell was going on?
Well, because the letters were flying around, and we only had a perspective. We could only, follow the camera. We didn't really even have control, which the people there had control over how much time they wanted to spend looking at each board, for each word. So, they clearly had advantages that the viewers didn't have because the words were just flying all around, you know.
Right, right.
Um, but in any event, uh, you know, I thought it was just a very lame, type of competition. It was not exciting at all. It was lame. It was short. I mean, it didn't require. I mean, you had to pay attention and put the words together. That's nice, but it was not exciting. Okay, let's put it that way. You
Right.
it just really was not exciting. And so I was really kind of disappointed because this whole build up, oh, the big blockbuster competition, who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win it? And it was as lame as hell. And I don't want to call what's her name, Kelly, a lame person, but she's not even that exciting. And it didn't. I don't think it added anything to the show for her to win. I don't think it really added anything. So, but
No, and then you can kind of tell, like, when I saw the competition, and I'm like, uh what's her name? Kelly is a web designer. She likes all these, the computer stuff. Like I felt like it was in her element. I felt that like that
yeah,
was a I didn't think Amy was gonna win because I think Amy was, off in La La Land. But Kelly, and I'm just not feeling Kelly. I feel like Kelly, I don't really like her too much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kelly. I'm sure you're a nice person.
but she's not really adding any excitement to the show. At least not right at this time. That's how I feel about Kelly. But okay, all right, so be it. That's my take on
I, I
on that
think
particular game. Yeah.
I think that she may add some type of excitement, but I don't like her excitement. I don't like her aura. Something like, to me, she's all over the place. You can't trust her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, you certainly cannot trust her. Okay.
So let's kind of quickly break down the votes. Adrian, he voted for Amy. Um I was a little bit surprised that he voted for Amy, but I figured that because Adrian had said in his pre-interview that he wanted to have like a comp beast. He wanted to have a comp beast go with him the entire game and then cut him at like the final six. And I would think that he would want to keep like a big physical guy, Zay, but he didn't want Zay. He obviously he got rid of Zay. I don't listen. Here's my issue now. The competition seemed to be more equitable.
Wait a minute. What are you saying? Adrian got rid of Zay.
He voted. to keep Amy, right? Oh no,
No.
he didn't. You're right. You're right. Oh
Amy.
gosh,
Right.
Amy. He voted. I'm sorry. He voted for Amy to leave. My bad. Okay, so my whole assessment was all wrong. Okay, so that's what. So it's keeping. Hold on, hold on. Let me finish. He's keeping in line with what he said from the beginning, which is that he wanted to roll with a comp beast, and unfortunately, that didn't happen for him tonight. My bad.
Okay.
Okay. Um, Ashley. What are your thoughts on Ashley voting to evict Zay?
Well, I think Ashley just thought it was purposeful to her goal, to get, I think she just viewed him. And I don't think it's anything, that the other people who voted for him aren't experiencing. I think she viewed him as a threat and she wanted him out. And among the people up there, she viewed him as the biggest threat. I mean,
And she,
at that point, she only had two people to vote for, and she didn't, and she didn't want to vote for Amy, yet at this juncture, and so Zay,
well, she's aligned with Amy, so and she said to the camera that she was not going to vote Amy out.
right.
So,
Yeah, well, they switch with that, but clearly she thought it was to her advantage to vote for Zay. Yeah.
Ava, now Ava, Ava, I know didn't particularly care for Kelly, but Kelly was no longer up there, so I figured that Ava was going to vote to evict Zay. So, okay, that wasn't a
Yeah,
surprise.
Ava, yeah, she voted to evict Zay. She sure did. Catherine,
Let me
who
just say, we're going down the line, huh?
okay,
Let me just say that Ava is playing a better game than I initially thought from, her videos, her what is it, competition videos, and just seeing her, early on.
she seemed very flaky.
She's actually pretty smart, has a good head on her shoulders, at least what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
Jimmy. Now, Jimmy voted to evict Zay. Now this was one I don't know what your thoughts are, but like in the beginning when the feeds came up, Jimmy was very close to Zay. What happened, I don't know. I think that Zay started all these alliances and didn't include Jimmy. And I think Jimmy started to feel some type of way and he gradually drifted away from the boys. From
Right.
what do you
The the big hunks or whatever. Yeah. Well, Jimmy has been saying for a while now that he wanted some of these big brawny guys out. He wanted to get rid of one of them. And so Zay was the most obvious target. Zay was the one he had the opportunity to vote out. And so he did. And that's what he said. He's been saying that for a while.
Catherine, you just mentioned Catherine. Catherine had been quiet for a while, and then like the last day or so, she spoke up, and we kind of knew where she stood. What did you think of Catherine voting Zay out?
And I thought she just went with the crowd. I think she just went with, hey, he's a strong competitor and let's get rid of him. And so she went with the crowd. You know, that's only going to make things better for her, So that's it.
Kelly voted for Amy to vote Amy out. Kelly does not like Rachel, therefore she will not like Amy because Amy and Rachel are closely aligned. So we kind of could figure that out.
That is correct. That's right. Kelly voted to evict Amy. And I'm pretty sure she wish it had gone that way.
Keanu, I wasn't sure where Keanu was going to vote, but he's against Rachel now. Even though Rachel has tried to work with him, saved him from going on the block, he's against Rachel. So Rachel needs to win this head of household, but we'll talk about that at the end.
Keanu is true to the bro code because he voted for Amy to get out. So, I didn't think he was going to vote against Zay. I didn't think he was going to do that, and he didn't. So, okay.
Lauren, Lauren voted to evict Zay. I don't think she really wanted to, but she also didn't want to go against the girls because she felt like she would be, a little bit
And
off.
then she would be right. She would be ostracized. So she went along to get along. Yeah, that's exactly what Lauren did.
Let's see. Oh, Mickey. Mickey was campaigning early on to get Zay out. They didn't show that in this episode. I don't like that they didn't give our girl her flowers. She was one of the first ones to say, we got to get Zay out. We got to get Zay out. And they did not include that, in the edit. So I knew she was 150% in getting Zay out.
Okay,
Um, Morgan also, another 150 percenter. She said, if I don't, she says, if Zay doesn't leave, he's coming after me.
right. And so she wanted Zay out. Yeah, okay. She's another one that voted for Zay. We got nine of them, so okay.
Rachel, we knew Rachel was going to vote Zay out. We didn't even, that was not even a question.
Correct.
Riley was a little bit of a surprise, but Riley also said that Catherine is so beautiful that whatever she wants, he'll do and he'll lose the game for her. Now, hold up. You heard about what's up with Riley, right? You heard about him.
I don't know what you mean. What?
Okay, so there is this stuff going on TikTok and YouTube and everywhere. We don't know if it's 100%, but we do know that people are saying that he has baby mamas and he has not been a good dad. He's been a deadbeat dad. There's even a rumor that somebody is pregnant now and
Oh,
can
wow.
birth while he is in Big Brother. Now, we
Riley needs to win this money. Okay.
he needs to win the money, but you heard what he said. He was going to tank his game for Catherine. And he said before he came in that, he's a sucker for a pretty girl.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I don't know what you want me to say about that. See, I
Okay.
don't I don't like him being a deadbeat dad. I don't if that's true, I hope that's not the case.
This is all alleged, but a lot of people think it's some truth to it.
Oh, geez, I hope not. I don't want to think that about Riley or any man for that matter. Okay, but anyway, he voted to evict Zay, and I was like, he didn't go in for the beefy burgers or what did
The
the
Burger
burger boys
Boys.
had. He didn't go in for the burger boys at all. He just abandoned that whole thing. Okay, all right.
Next, we have Vince. Vince was the head of household, so he did not vote.
Oh, yeah.
Um, Will voted. I wasn't sure where Will was gonna go. He voted to evict Amy. I wasn't sure.
You know what? To me, that was the biggest surprise because I didn't know if he was going to hold true to the bro code or not. And I was glad that he did. I was glad that he voted what he said he was going to do. He sort of stuck to what, I don't know. Well, I mean, to me, it couldn't harm him at this juncture.
Well,
Now, maybe the other circumstances, it could really, but not
but,
yet.
but he's in several alliances, right?
Yeah, but I felt that he had a stronger one with when all the guys got up there and said that they were the Burger Boys. I just thought that was good.
Let's see where he goes because I think that his best bet is to stay with Ava and Adrian. I think those three, and in particular, how he is with Ava, I think that would be good, and people wouldn't see him with Ava in particular. That's just me thinking that.
Well, let's see. I haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, so let's just see. I haven't seen that, and I'm still very skeptical about all these alliances.
Well, can I just say this? Ava said to Will that the people in our group this week were all voting differently, but next week, let's vote in line. So,
Okay.
you
Well,
know,
let's see. Okay, let's see what next week brings because they break their code right there, right on camera. They just So let's just see
you're
what.
right.
Mhm.
And then finally is Zach. Now, Zach had a breakdown. Oh, poor Zach.
Well, yeah,
Zach was breaking down.
very tearful.
His
Yeah,
poor Zay is gone.
well, he didn't vote for uh Zay to stay, to leave. He voted for Amy to go.
And he
So,
campaigned for Zay, but he also knew I can't go too hard because I don't want people coming for me.
right. And he knew that the momentum was against Zay. It really was because so many people just saw him as uh also brawny, beefy brawny, and also pretty smart.
Hmm.
So that's how they saw him. So he was like a double threat. So, hey, that's the way it goes. What are you gonna do? That's the way it goes.
Okay. Well,
I like Zay's attitude. I like that he, just called out, Rachel and just, because to me, Vince, he's, gunning for Rachel too, but he's more backhanded about it,
mhm,
underhanded about it. But come on, they all got to be ultimately gunning for Rachel.
mhm,
I mean, if they have any hopes of really winning, for getting them collecting the money for themselves,
mhm.
they may want to, benefit from her game or observe her game or whatever they think is going to help them. I don't know, but ultimately, everybody in that house has to want her out. The To me, the most loyal person to her is going to be Amy.
Amy. Now, here's my thing with Rachel. I want Rachel to go kind of far, but I don't want her to win because I feel it's so unfair.
But yeah, it's totally unfair. And that's what I think too. Now, she brings a lot of energy, and some of it's good, some of it's bad, but she brings excitement to the show. But to me, she needs to be everybody's target. I know if I were on the show, I would definitely be going for her.
Mhm.
I certainly wouldn't be vocal about it, but come on, she's got to be everybody's target.
Oh yeah, I would keep her around though until jury, and then at that
Well, well, that's what people are thinking. They'll keep her around as long as she's useful,
point.
and then they're going to do her in. Yeah, that's exactly how that's going to go down. You could figure that already.
Okay.
You
So couple,
first,
so so couple things before we go. Uh, what's his name? Vince. Vince's head of household reign is over. How did you think he did for his head of household reign?
Well, he was all right. I would give him, if I'm grading him, I would give him a mid-level premium.
A mid
Okay,
level premium.
I give him a mid premium. Definitely no top shelf, and not straight up hooch. Because he didn't do that badly.
I had given him a hooch before, but since Kelly didn't go home,
But
you know,
that saved him.
that
That
saved
saved him right there. Because if
that.
she had gone, his whole strategy would have been out the window.
Right, right. So to me, he gets a low premium, but let's see what happens next week. Well, no, we'll see actually by tomorrow. We should probably have a head of household by tomorrow, and we'll see because whoever the head of household is, they may or may not come after him.
Yeah, you got that right.
So we'll see.
That, the head of household is Rachel. She needs to go after him because he definitely wants her out.
Oh, for sure.
That clear. So, so he'd be ready to do her and Amy in really quick with the quickness. He'd be ready to do them in.
So who do you want to see be head of household?
You know who I would like to see be head of household?
Who?
I would like to see, now this might sound odd, but I would like to see either Mickey
Okay.
or Amy. I would like to see be head of household.
Okay.
Just to see how they roll. Just to see how they roll. Yeah, in those positions. I mean, Ashley would be okay, but I'm not really chomping at the bit to see Ashley be head of household.
I think that would be scary.
I definitely am not looking forward to seeing Jimmy being head of household with all his theatrics, which many of them are annoying. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if Keanu was
Oh,
head of. Well, I don't expect that to happen. I didn't say that. I said I wouldn't feel bad because I would like to see how he operates. You got me how he operates because I have mixed emotions about him. I don't know which way he's going. You know, on one hand, it seems as if he's moving with a little bit of strategy, and then on the other hand, he's being silly. Like I'm not really sure. I have a big question mark. The jury's still out with me as far as Keanu is concerned.
I have three. I have Mickey, I have Ava, and I have Will. I want to see how they run their head of household because I think that will set the tone for moving forward.
Well, I don't know about all that because to me they're all very different. Just from my limited experience with Big Brothers, to me each HOH is person whose HOH is very different.
Well, they are, but depending on how you run your household, it can set the tone for weeks to come. When because
Oh,
remember,
yeah, depending upon who's left by the time you get finished. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the hell sets the tone. Yeah, who's left. Right. But
oh gosh. Okay. Well, anyway,
so
uh,
interesting.
exciting week. Like I said, the competition was anticlimactic, but I'm excited to see who wins head of household. And I will be back within the next 24 to 48 hours to update everybody with who is the head of household, my thoughts on
I
how I
can't I can't wait for that. Okay.
yeah, my thoughts on how I think that household will run. But I'm excited. It's Big Brother season.
All right. Yay, yay, yay.
Yay, 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 yay.
We'll see you again on the next reality show. We'll see
So,
you.
so thank you guys for tuning in as always. As don't forget to subscribe and like this channel, and we want to see your comments. We'll respond to your comments. We will be back soon, and I will be back even sooner. Be safe. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bambushi Happy Hour podcast, streaming on most platforms.